I'm trying for Moody and Sophisticated. Let's see if I can do it. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Life with MaryAnn and Joe. Thanks for stopping by today in my continuation of Fall 2023 series. I am here in the music room, and I did this arrangement for you the other day. I don't know if you caught that video. I'll put it in the description box below, as well as all the videos I did. I did 6 prior mantle decorations for inspiration for fall 2023, and today I'm going to put up an asymmetrical garland that is going to be used for the fall season here in the music room. Okay, so I am going to get right to it. I'm going for a Moody Sophisticated kind of look in here. You can see the colors are more subtle, and it has for me, a more moody look rather than the oranges and so on that I love, but not for this room. Okay, so stay tuned and watch what I do on that mantle. All right, so we are going to create the mantle that goes along with this arrangement that I did on the piano. So as I said, the piano creates a heaviness on the right side of the room. It's very heavy, and I'm talking about that it creates weight on the right side of the room. So it causes it to be an imbalance when we start decorating with this kind of stuff. So now what I did so far was I took this as one whole piece, the piano and the mantle. I'm looking at it as all one rather than 2 separate pieces. So on the right side of the piano over here, I did the urn with this arrangement right up here. Now what I did was I created this swag that comes down. Now why did I do that? I did that to ground this area right here. This is going to be grounded so that that urn doesn't look like it's just floating up in the air. That swag will actually ground that piece. So now over here on the right side of the mantle, which is in the middle of the entire piece, I'm not going to do anything, because if I added a lot of stuff there, again, it would create too much weight in the middle as compared to the right. So now what I have to do is on the left side of the mantle, I have to create an asymmetrical arrangement on that side so that we have weight on the left side of the mantle that can be somewhat balanced with the right side of the piano. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay, so let's get going. Like always, cleared the decks. I took everything off the mantle and I added in my board. You don't know me? Well, this is Joe always puts an extra board on top of the mantle here so that I can nail and do whatever I want in here, and I'm not going to ruin my real mantle. So it's clamped in and ready to go. Okay, so what I did was I'm trying to create the balance between this side of the room and that side of the room. So I started the garland here, put a nail over here, I attached it here, brought it down here, put a nail here. I have my fake mantle here sticking out beyond my other mantle. I put a nail underneath so that it comes right down the side here. Now, for those of you that don't know me, I never buy those garlands that are already created. I create my own. It's less expensive and it's more creative, I feel. So that's what we're going to do. I think I'm going to put lights in here. All right, so I used 100 of these mini gold lights in here to bring out the gold look. All right, so I'm going to use some of these pine pieces, and I know people always equate them with winter, but we live here in New Jersey where there's a lot of pine, so we see it all year long. So in the fall is when the pine cones actually begin to fall from the trees, so it's appropriate to use as well. All right, so the first piece in, what I did was I put it in here because I wanted to soften this edge so that it looks more wispy as it ends, so that it doesn't end so blunt. So you see it ends in one piece of the pine. As well, when you're building your own garland, or even if you're adding to a pre-made garland, you want to soften this edge as you come around your mantle. So again, it kind of got larger right here and then wispy again right over here. I might just have to adjust these pieces a little bit. Okay, so next I'm adding pieces of cedar. And again, here in New Jersey, this is a very common thing that we see. We have a lot of these cedar kind of trees all over the place with the pines. I mean, you've in the pine barrens, you see both pines and the cedars as well. So I'm going to add, I have a few pieces of cedar without any kind of glitter on it. I mean, this has a slight little tinge on it, but that's okay. And I'm just going to add in on that ugly part right there. Okay, so I added more greenery in there. Like I said, I have some few leaves in there, different kinds of whatnot, the cedar, the pine, and so on. So now when I step back, I looked and I need height on the left side up here to create more weight over here on the left side to compensate for the right side. So I just went out in the yard, got some branches, and that's it. I actually arranged them. I don't know if you can tell, but they're leaning toward the mirror more this way to the right because I'm trying to pull that into the left. Does that make any kind of sense? You know what I mean? It's like I need to move into that negative space to pull it over so that it doesn't look like it's standing all on its own. Next thing, I'm going to wire some of these pumpkins in. These were the Dollar Tree styrofoam pumpkins, the bright orange ones that I painted with the brown, and then I just touched them up with the gold, the same ones I put by the piano, and I have a few white ones, and these were white, and I just like toned them down. I put some gold in here, and I also put a little bit of glitz on them. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start layering in the pumpkins one by one. All right, so I continued to layer in more pumpkins along the way here. And I also softened the bottom of this. I added some more of these pine, and I also added a little ivy in there to make it look like it's growing wild. Next layer is some pine cones. And next layer are these leaves, which were picks. It was 8 picks from the Dollar Trees, and I cut them apart, and I'm going to fill in those blank spots. You see, I put in the pine cones already, and now I'm going to like fill in, like see there, that's where I'm going to fill in spots just so it looks a little bit more fall-y, even though it looks fall. So did you enjoy that? I sure hope so. Listen, if you did, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to the channel, drop me a comment, and give me a thumbs up. It really helps with my channel. All right, I will be back shortly. I'll do a quick tour of this room, how it is decorated for fall 2023. I kind of kept it down. You know how crazy I go. I kind of kept it more calm this year. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'll be seeing you soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.